Hello and welcome to a belated Friday with Fiona. It's actually Saturday morning because I was able to visit hubby yesterday. I've been able to see him this week. I have to wear full PPE, which it's okay. It's worth it to see him. He had to have a blood transfusion on Thursday, so that was a bit upsetting. But then yesterday he was speaking to me. So as the doctor said, it's one step back, one step forward, two steps back, which is better than what we had. We had half a step forward and two steps back. So I'm hope is back. Anyway, I've got some lovely cards to show you today. I was hoping to use the scalloped something, the scalloped circles, but they're called the scalloped blooms. And as it turns out, they should have been delivered yesterday, and somehow they got, I think UPS, I don't know, lost them. We're in Crawley. Anyway, they found them and they've been delivered this morning, but I haven't opened them yet. So I've got these cards prepped. Also, what have I done with it? I made a gift bag. Oh, it's fallen down. Which the cards fit into. So cute. I haven't made a bag like this for ages. And I've used magnets. You can use Velcro or even dimensionals. And the cards will fit into it. Okay, so I'm not going to show you how to make the bag today. I will do a separate video on that, and that will just be exclusively for people signing up to my email list. So there's a link in the comments if you'd like the tutorial for that, and a link to the video. Then please sign up for my email address, and that's how you'll get it. So I'm going to go to my hands, and this is card number 1. Oh, I need my mini cut and emboss machine. There's some blending going on, some die cutting, some colours that I haven't used. Well, Berry Burst, I'm not sure I've used it at all. I might knock the camera. I don't know why I put them up here. It is so difficult to reach. Oh, I still haven't finished organising my desk and therefore all the peripherals. So okay, so I'm using a thick basic white card base. Oh, my phone's moved the camera. It's moved the light. That's it. Okay. So I've got a piece of basic. This is basic white, not thick basic white. Card base is thick basic white, and it's regular half of A4. So, where are we? Half of A4. So 21 by 14.8 scored in half at 10.5. Okay, and I don't need an insert because it's the whites. Then I've got a piece of designer series paper, which is going to cover the entire front. Now, the one that I made originally, I had a white border, but actually you can hardly see the designer series paper. So I'm going to, that's the other side, which is beautiful. And I will be using that side, but so I don't want to complicate. So they're going to cover, so that's 14.8 by 10.5. So this should be 9.5. No, it's 9 by 12.5. It was bigger, but I think the embossing has shrunk it slightly, and it's going to go, oh, you can't see that, it's going to go on the front like that. But so I've already embossed it, and I've used the Lovely Stripes embossing folder, and now I want to cut. Let me show you on the one I've already made. So it's a card within a card, and this pops up, so thank you. And then that's the little card, and then you can put whatever message you want inside, and so I've decorated that. So I'm going to use my Lovely Arrangements dies, and this is brilliant because you're cutting out this one. Oh, mustn't do that. Put a magnet on top of my laptop. That's not a good idea. Which you're then gonna have your having said that, I won't be able to stamp on it because it's embossed, so I'm gonna have to cut another bit. Okay, not to worry. Didn't think that through. Did I cut one? No, I didn't. Okay, that's fine. I'll cut another bit. So I think let's come down a little bit and move it over a bit. I'm just eyeballing this. You could measure and then mark it. So I'm just going to run that through. And it's better to emboss first and then die cut. I know you didn't have the bit for your sentiment. I might be able to get a sentiment on that bit there. If I do the happy birthday, actually, we'll try that. So I don't need those anymore. Let's move those out of the way. My dies. See, I'm already amassing a mess. Now, my new desk is only 3 weeks old, and I need to keep it clean and tidy, which I'm not. So let's move that out of the way. I think I might be able to get the happy birthday. So I've also, on the reverse, stamped my flowers. Oh, I need to die cut those. And then I cut this, which is, it should be 16, but I was using a leftover bit. So it should be 16 by 6.5 and scored in half at 8, and mine is a fraction shorter because I was just using a bit that was left over. And then a piece of basic white, which is half, so that should be 7.5 by, what did I say that was? 5 by 6, and that's going to go inside there for our message. So let's pop that in. Let's use Seal Plus. So this, oh, I haven't shown you which designer series paper this is. Let me get that out and show you before we go much further. So again, this is a colour I don't use very often either. It's I was going to say paper pumpkin, but it's pumpkin pie and pumpkin pie, crushed curry. So this is the designer series paper, so that's the one we're using now. This is the Night of Navy and Blueberry Bushel, which we're using, and this is the Berry Burst and Blackberry Bliss, which we're also using. And then that's, what is that colour? That is Poppy Parade. And then there's one at the, oh, Shaded Spruce, which is what that one was. That was Shaded Spruce. And then there's one at the back, which is a can't speak, a mishmash. So that's Blueberry Bushel, Shaded Spruce. I thought there was another one that had, maybe it's this one. No, that's the Poppy Parade one. So yeah, lots of lovely colours. I think they're mainly the Regals family for interest, which is not a family I tend to. When I first joined, I did crushed curry and Bermuda Bay together. Bermuda Bay doesn't exist anymore. Okay, so back to this card, and then that's going to go in there like so. And then, right, I'm all over the place this morning, so I do apologise. I've got my COVID vaccine in an hour. Let's hope it doesn't affect me too badly, because I need to get out of the hospital this afternoon. There we go. So we're covering the entire front of the card base. And there's just a little bit sticking over, which I'll trim off later. And then this needs to go on with dimensionals. So I'm going to put that in there. And then pop my dimensionals around it. I did just do the corners on the other one, and then I had to go back after it was on and put more on because it was sagging. I don't like salty bottoms. And then, can I get down the side? I think I'll cut these in half. Go down the side. bits for there. I could use the mini ones, but I think they would be too small, which is why I'm cutting these in half. And then they're a perfect fit. Okay, now I've got loads of backings to take off. So as you can see, the card fits perfectly in the middle there. Just going to move the camera up a bit. Okay, I think that's it. So then it's going to go. I'm just going to take that out to line that up. And again, I'm just eyeballing it. That has cut a bit there, but that's not really going to show. Put all that down, and then your card will just pop in there like so. Okay, so now I'm going to decorate my card. Let's see if I can get that happy birthday in there. And then I'm going to die cut my flowers. Happy birthday. That's really narrow. I would normally use my positioning tool, but this is what I mean about my room. It's buried. I can't get to it. So I was having a clear out and everything's in the way. Just turn that up the right way. Happy birthday. Makes me think of the Stevie Wonder song. Right, now, I can stamp it in, yeah, let's go with Memento Black. Because I've ordered the hybrid ink pad, so once that comes, I think Memento is already out of stock. That's not straight, is it? Let's get these straight. That's better. Okay, let's try and get the happy birthday. I'm going to have to bring it towards me just to see if I'm stamping in the middle. Oh, I managed to stamp it. It's not brilliant, but it's better than nothing. So I'll probably do it again, but I'll leave it for now. I'm not sure if I use that again, or I think I use a different sentiment, but I'll go with that. So, oh, ribbon. Now I'm going to use the Golden Glow, which is one of the new ink colours, and it goes really well. And I did try and tie a bow, but having a bow is too big for this little card. So let me get my ribbon scissors. I think this is the only card where I didn't have everything ready. Oops-a-daisy. And I'm just going to tie a knot. It's lovely and soft, this ribbon. pull that tight, and then pull that tight. There we go. Okay. Now my flowers. I need to die cut my flowers. Let's bring the mini cut and emboss machine back in. Being careful not to lose. Right, flowers. Oh, picked up the wrong die. Okay. I'll move that further up so you can see. There we go. So I've got the 2 flowers, the whole one and the half one. And I need to do some leaves as well. So keep that out for a minute. And I'm going to use the specialty paper that goes with this suite. So it does also have a bundle with it, but I'm so in love with these lovely arrangements flowers. I didn't want to get some more flowers, so I'm using these ones. Okay. And I will do the leaves separately. Oh, right, just get that one through. The first one moved. Right, so I've got that one. And as you can see, I stamped off the edge, so I'm going to have to tuck it behind, but that's okay. It's manageable. So if I do this one and move it up, I should be able to get my leaves on as well. Can always put a bit of post-it note tape on. So the specialty paper, if I can find it. Oh, the leaves. What have I done with it? I had it. Don't tell me. Oh, what have I done with it? I was using it late last night, and what's that going through the back? That is it. It's gone right through. Yeah, I came in supposedly for 5 minutes, and so this is the Garden Poetry Garden Textures Specialty Foil Sheets, and we've got Berry Burst, stunning. I think that's Blueberry Bushel. Yeah, Blueberry Bushel and Shaded Spruce. So I'm just going to cut a little bit of the Shaded Spruce to do my leaves. And it's got some texture to it. It's just not plain foiled sheets. That's really lovely. I think the only thing with this bundle, the Blossoms, there is a stamp for the leaves, and then you can die cut that. And I don't think I've actually used it. I always cut the dies that have the... Let me line this up again. So that's my flower. And then my leaves, whoops a daisy, just those two, like so. So this card would be the longest because I didn't have everything ready. All the other cards, I think I've got everything. I've got everything ready, stamped, die cut, whatever. Okay, there we go. See, that's gorgeous. Can you see the texture on it? Yep. And my flower. So I've got the 2 flowers and the leaves. I'm going to put my dies away so I don't lose them. these are. There we go. Love, love, love. So this is very different colour scheme to what the lovely arrangements, is it? Lovely arrangements? Yeah. Because that's all cloud cover and secret sea, and these are all very kind of bright regal colours. Okay, so back to my card. I'm just going to get my bum folder. How long have we been going? Why can't I see how long we've been going? 21 minutes. Okay. That's quite long for my first card. So let's crack on. Okay, I need a dimensional. And I'm going to pop that over the ribbon. And I'm turning that way so that I can then hide that behind my half of a flower. That will go there like that. So I just need another dimensional. I saw the dermatologist yesterday, and she got this thing on the joint of one of my fingers. I'll show it to you in a second. You might already have noticed it. And then she used the freezing cryo, whatever it's called, stuff. And hang on, put that too close. Let's move that up there. Okay. So that will just, I need it to go over there, like so. That's it. And then I can move the ribbon around a bit. No, I can't, because I've stuck my dimensional on top of it. So let's turn that round so it's going there, that way. Okay, and then happy birthday. I'm just going to go in there like so. And then just a couple of dimensionals. And then we're done with this one. And I haven't put any gems on. Obviously you could put gems on if you want. I haven't. I'm so disorganised at the moment. When I couldn't visit hubby, I had the stress of the boiler leaking constantly and waiting in for engineers, and I was kind of frozen with stress. It's not a nice place to be. So getting into my craft room has really helped. Okay, so that was card one. And as you can see, you've got a white border. And then I did thank you inside. And this time I've covered the whole card, which I think is better. And we've done the happy birthday, and then that's the inside for your message. So that's card one. Sorry it took so long. Okay. Moving on to card two. It's a berry burst one. And again, it's a thick base. Oh, I didn't put my leaves on. Hang on, let's just go back. I'm not sure there's any room for them. And I think the green, I'm not sure the green goes. So I'm going to leave it. I keep those leaves. I'll use them for something else. Okay, so back to the berry burst. Now, what I did was I die cut my, this die from the Lovely Arrangements, which just die cuts the holes, like fleur-de-lis almost. So on one side I've used it for the berry burst, and then I've used the blueberry bush on the other side. So I'm using it like a stencil. And I've cut, now it's the one piece of Designer Series paper. So it's the berry burst and blackberry bliss piece. And then I've die cut my circles. So I cut this out, and I've used two to go down. And then I've got these two left, as you can see. So I'm going to cut those. And then this, instead of doing it all one piece, I've got a piece of basic white in there. That's it. It's going to go on the basic white. I could do it just upside down. I could do it that way actually. Let's do that for a change. Yeah, let's, because it's oh, what do you call it when the colours change? Got Berry Burst and Balmy Blue. That doesn't look straight to me. Let me just check that's... And it's... yeah, it's not straight. 5 centimetres. Okay, so what I did was I cut so that I could turn the middle bit over, but actually I'm going to do this differently. I'm going to do this the whole length. So I need to just trim my circles, and I've already cut this label and stamped Hello Friend, so I just need to cut my... okay, here we go. And I'm just going to cut any... and then I'm going to glue. Right, so I'm going to use some wet glue. Okay. They're not exactly circular. The first one was better. Just got some edges. We'll just get it how you want it. One. So I'm going to pop some glue. And line that up. Oops, a daisy. There we go, that's better. And then I'm going to get 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I just need to cut some edges there. And cut that off there. Okay, and then I've got my scalloped edges. So pretty. Okay, and then I've got some Berry Burst ribbon. And on this one, I just went round here, but actually I should have gone right round there because you really can't see the ribbon at all. So this is a Berry Burst Glim shiny ribbon. So I go round. This needs to go on with dimensionals, and I'm going to go around and I want to have a bow. I'll get my... where are my ribbon scissors? In the wrong place. Here we go. So I need lots of dimensionals on the back here. And I'm putting them over the join to make sure that these scalloped bits stay in place. Lots and lots of dimensionals. And don't forget, you don't have to take the backings off all of them. I'm going to take them off the side ones, but I'll leave the middle ones. I don't want any sagging. That's why I'm using so many. Never have too many dimensionals. Just lots of backings. Tweezers might be quicker. I'm not taking the backings off the middle ones because they won't show. It's just to give it support. There we go. Now, I'm going to pull this through, and I want it about halfway. So we are 14.3, so 7.1.5. Pencil, pencil, pencil. About there. I'm going to put a glue dot there. And at the other side. Okay. And now I can lay my beautiful designer series paper, line it up with the edges, and that foil is just gorgeous. Okay, and now I've just realised I was supposed to go over the top, but that doesn't matter because actually I'm going to do a bow. Yeah, I'm changing the layout, but hey ho. This is the finger, this finger that's got the, and it really hurts where she did the cryo stuff. I kept catching it yesterday, which probably didn't help. Nope. Hang on, let's do it this way. Make this one is smaller. That should be easier. Ribbon scissors are in the wrong place again. Let's make it. I want the ends to show. See, it is shimmering. I don't know if you can see it. There we go. Okay, and then now to put this onto my basic white card base. Okay, so what am I missing? Oh, don't tell me I'm missing the flowers. Oh no, it's no flowers. I'm looking at the next card. Okay, so I'm going to use wet glue for this. Oh gosh, running out of time. Got to go and have my COVID jab. I'm hoping I've got everything ready for the next one. And then I'm just going to punch a hole in this. And twine. I'll use the white actually. And the bows that take the time. Okay. There we go. I'm going to pop that with dimensionals at this end. And one there. And wet glue at this end. And have it coming like so. Okay, that's card 2. So I've done it slightly differently. Let me know which one you're not. And again, I think the ribbon should have come around there so you could see it. So I did it wrong on both. On that one, it basically should go around the whole thing. So on this one, I've done it around the 3 tiles. And on this one, I've done it around the white. But hey ho, let me know which one you like best. So moving swiftly on because I need to go and get my COVID jab. I need to go to the doctor's. Yeah, I've got a few minutes. So this. I'm not sure which is my favourite, but I do love this colour, Blueberry Bushel. So this is where we're going to use the, oh, I didn't, yeah, that's the other thing. On here, I use the, I can't remember what you call it, mask, and I forgot to use it on there. But I don't know which I like. I think I like that one best, actually. But I am going to use it. Oh, I have already stamped the happy birthday, so that's cool. Okay. So let's get, this is going on the inside. And I'm using the Blueberry Bushel, which I've got somewhere. I don't need the berry burst. There it is. And I've got the green leaves. So I'm going to take my Blueberry Bushel. And I'm just going to do some on the inside. And then we will do the one that... So I'm just going to do it in the corner. Go. And this is just for the inside. And I just managed to get Blueberry Bushel on there, not to worry. Okay, so that's going on the inside. And we'll do the outside in a second. Let's get... And this is 8.5 by 12.5 centimetres, the insert. Okay. So then I've got a piece of designer series paper, which is 10 by 7.5, and that's going to go on my 10 by 14.3. Which is going to go at the bottom. Now, I probably should have done my masking first, but I've got the silver foil is going to be my join, so it won't matter too much if I do. So let's pop that on there. And again, you can use masking tape or something, but I'm just going to hold it in place. Okay, turn that round. Over that one there. Okay. And then, oh, there it is. My piece of the Blueberry Bushel textured foil. I'm using Seal Plus. I should really use wet glue, but I'm just going to go over that join. There we go. And then I need some white twine. And we're going to go around 1, 2, no, it's not long enough. And then I'll tie it in a knot. Okay, and then I need my flowers. Okay, I've got one flower here, which just needs a bit of blueberry bushel because it's got cloud cover on it. And I'm just going to go with one flower because I'm afraid I'm running out of time. So, put it in the centre there. And then my leaves are going to come down. So just a dot of wet glue there and there. Okay, and where's my other one? There it is. Actually, let's use the double one that I did earlier. Okay, and then my happy birthday, which I managed to get some. It's just going to go on. So I need, again, I need narrow ones. How long have we been? Yep, I'm going. And then that goes across there to the edge. Okay, and now this needs to go on my blueberry bushel card base. Gorgeous colour blue with the move down, Night of Navy and the blueberry bushel. Beautiful. Okay, that's it. That's card 3. So there it was with the 2 flowers. There it is with the 1 flower. Again, I think I might prefer that one. Okay, so let's just bring them all back in. Card 1. So that's the original card 2, and that's what we made today. And then that's the original card 1, and that's what we made today. So I'd love to know which is your favourite. I'm going to go with the blues, but I do love the scallops in the foil. So thank you very much for joining me. Don't forget, if you sign up for my email list, which is in the description, I will send you this tutorial to make the cards and the bags, and they, as you can see, whoops, a daisy. The cards will fit in with the envelopes. There we go. In the bag. Thanks very much for watching. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you next week. And I believe next week is my online workshop, because is it the end of April next week? No, it's not. It's not the end of April, so I don't know what's next week. And maybe I'll do the scalloped blooms, because that should have been this week. Thanks for watching me. Bye.